You are watching the Powder Out Podcast.
Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Happy New Year. 2022. Like, that's just, doesn't that sound like some futuristic year still to be like, hey, we're in 2022? Shouldn't we be like their shit by now?
It seemed like 2021 went by quick. I still think of, the 2000s. I'm trying to recall them and shoot. Now we're up in 2022, man.
I know, it's just crazy of it because I still think like 1996 or something was just like just back then a little bit, but it's like
Not wrestling related, but I'm saddened to hear the news that Betty White did not make it to 2022. Man.
On dude, the world's ended. The world is ending if Betty White dies on New Year's Eve. Like, what the like Betty White, like
God, and only being 17 days away from her 100th birthday.
I know, this is crazy. Like, all these like old like people have been popping out, but we're just gonna happy Sunday to everybody of it. And how have you been, Landfill? How's the holidays been? Any fun New Year's Eve stuff?
The holidays were good. Christmas was good with the family. New Year's Eve and New Year's was good. Had time to spend with the family. I worked the fire station that night, so me and the family just kind of stayed up there, popped some fireworks. We ate a dinner together. Had a couple, small little fires to take care of, but other than that, everything was good and fun. It's glad to see you back on the screens with us.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, it's been a minute since I've like I said, I've been doing a lot of work at Dave and Buster's in general. That's like where we did our New Year's Eve show. But today I just got to watch our Chiefs sadly get beat by the Bengals. It was there, but good game. It was a good game.
Well, I've been hearing, I don't keep up with football, but some guys that's in the chat with the promo stuff, they've been talking about the Bengals and how the Bengals been pretty impressive this year.
They have. The Bengals they came out really like it. Like I said, it was close. It was a tight game. We lost by 3 points. It happens. So, but no, I've been good. I missed y'all. Missed being on here of it. And it's if you do see, it's just us two. We're supposed to have Mr. JP jumping on because have we mentioned on here, given a quick little that our crazy Canadian has been locked up?
Well,
warrant. I feel like his warrant came up.
We had mentioned that he wasn't on the show. Somebody asked about him last week. I think it was Tim Lost that asked about him, but
we don't want to mention the devil's name on here no more.
It's like speaking of Voldemort.
It is his Red Devil. Red Devil. Red Devil.
Well, I don't know the dude personally, but I don't know what the crap.
That was some weird ass shit. I feel bad for Brandon over that. That was some weird.
But that's neither here nor there or anybody else's business, and that's going with
what happened in the wrestling world in Christmas or over New Year's. Like, is there?
Well, let's see.
Shit that happens.
We got GCW had a show where Jeff Jarrett and Scotty 2 Hotty joined the roster of GCW.
I just love the name Scotty 2 Hotty. Like, I think I only remember his face like once or twice, but I do remember that name, Scotty 2 Hotty.
Scotty 2 Hotty, he was remembered by doing the worm and being in the group with what was Rikishi and what
Didn't
was his name?
uh,
Jerry Lawler's son that died. Grandmaster Sexy.
that is gonna be my new stage name. Is I am Grandmaster Sexy. I am now coming out with a magic stick on Friday, Grandmaster Sexy.
that was his ring name and when he was at WWF back in the day. But Jeff Jarrett joining the ranks of GCW. They're still defending Ring of Honor titles on GCW, so there's hope for Ring of Honor to come back. Let's talk about WWE's Day 1. The big thing that people's talking about, Brock Lesnar is the WWE champion.
Bullshit. Like, how much money is this? How much money is this asshole paying to always come back and win? And what's up with this fucking hillbilly ass, hipster ass hairdo he has now? Like, at least.
Hey. I like that look. He's Brock Lesnar's come back with a fresh new look. He's overalls. He's got his ponytail. He's more interacting with the fans. He's talking more on the mic. He's funny. He's came back, and what had happened was he was supposed to go against Roman Reigns. Well, Roman Reigns come down with COVID, so he could not participate in the pay-per-view. So they put him in the Fatal 4-Way and made it a Fatal 5-Way with Bobby Lashley, Big E, who else was in that? Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins.
It's the only name I was like, I'm pretty sure Seth was in it.
And it came out with Brock Lesnar winning. Because granted, I believe he was going to win against Roman Reigns.
Obviously,
but circumstances prevailed, and he got put in that other match. And I do hate that Big E lost the title. But I am kind of glad to see Brock Lesnar back with the title.
Really? You're happy with it? I mean,
I am to an extent. I hate that he got put into a different match where there's supposed to be a different outcome. So they had to totally flip the script with this. So,
yeah.
RK Bro won as they defended their tag team titles.
I love that. That was somebody Randy Orton was waiting for. I think this is a good, not say swan song for him, but I think Randy Orton is kind of needing to transition out.
Other big matches was the Usos defeated the New Day, and the Dudley Boys had to chime in on that because they used the 3D to win.
Had to cheat.
So,
do you think then that's
and they retained their title? Beth Phoenix made a return and helped Edge out after the match with The Miz and Maurice. And Edge did win that match. I did like how he combined his entrances. He started out with the Brood entrance, the fire coming up, the smoke everywhere. He's coming up, rising up from the stage, and then he's walking down. He gets halfway down the entrance ramp, and he stops. He bends over, and as he comes up, his Rated R Superstar theme music comes on, and he hits the ring, and it was epic.
Oh, that's nice when it shows. And I did see a picture of Beth Phoenix. She's looking good. I think she's looking good for.
I like Beth Phoenix, the fact that Beth Phoenix comes back. I think they're going to do a kind of a mixed tag team thing with The Miz and Maurice with Edge and Beth Phoenix.
Do you think
husband and wife against husband and wife?
Oh, yeah, because now it's all the build up for WrestleMania slowly.
It's
and
the road to WrestleMania, yes.
Royal Rumble. I wish I wanted to invest more, but the Royal Rumble is like 3 hours from me. It's in St. Louis, Missouri this year. And like 2 weekends. Only if Pop would pay for me to go out there. I'd creep interviews out of. I'd totally hide in the locker room out there with a little camera.
That's right. WrestleMania is going to be in Texas this month. This year, ain't it?
No, I don't know about that. No, I'm saying the Royal Rumble is in St. Louis, Missouri. It's 3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So
the Royal Rumble's in St. Louis, Missouri, and WrestleMania is going to be in Texas, I want to say.
I'm almost pretty sure, yeah, it's in Dallas again. Which a lot of shit's in Dallas. Fuck Dallas. So, okay, so that was shitty WWE's pay-per-view. Anything else cool? Or remind me, first is because I was thinking this. Didn't the WCW used to always have something on like New Year's Day or New Year's Eve? Was it that no matter what day it was, I knew they had something? It was like on TV, I think, too, not even just a pay-per-view. You know what I'm talking about, or am I crazy? Or was that WF? Or was that WWF that always had something like on TV on those days, on night? I remember always watching wrestling on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. Don't remember where or why.
I believe both had a kind of like pay-per-view around that time. But WCW did have an idea, but they never went through with it. It was always an idea that was kept in the dark and silence to have I read something a little while back. They wanted to have a pay-per-view that lasted all the way up until New Year's, the ball dropped, blah, blah, blah. But it's something that never did happen. But there was always some kind of event that the day of or after New Year's and New Year's Eve. Okay. And to Brandon Williams, Happy New Year's to you too.
Oh yeah, Mr. Brandon. No, so that was I knew there was something of it. Anything ever Christmas themed? I know we talked about like Thanksgiving themed like matches. Was there ever any Christmas themed shit that or did they even?
There was always a good Santa versus bad Santa kind of matches. They always had the Christmas theme match, hardcore style, where they had the Christmas tree up, had presents, and they unwrapped the presents. It was some kind of weapon. TNA had the barbed wire Christmas tree match. It was fun.
Okay. We can, by the end of 2022, if we can make it to, let's say, 2,000 people, just that we have a really good growth year. Simple enough. I found out, my mom's only about 4 hours from you. 3 hours, 4 hours. We're Santa wrestling. I will Santa wrestle you at the end for Christmas 2022. Do you want to see
right
versus Landfill Santa on Santa?
The hardcore hungry Santa.
Yes.
I'll set up the ring. We'll do it.
Oh yeah, backyard Santa versus Santa. We'll stream it too. Live pay-per-view. Be the way to go. So, but yeah. What other news do you have for us, or share anything?
Man, have you been keeping up with the AEW?
No, no. I know. Of it. What's going
Sting,
on with those?
once again, Sting is on fire. Love Sting. He's been, as he's got his tag team he has where he's been managing and tag teaming up with Darby Allin. But as of late,
Sting, isn't that motherfucker like 60?
He's 64, 65.
God damn.
Man, but it makes me wonder. Tony Khan said this past week that after this week or this month, one of their legends will be retiring. So I don't know if it's going to be Sting or somebody else. Because I do like AEW for this fact. They're giving Sting the exit he deserves. Yeah, he was an icon in WCW, and WWE played him out to be a joke when granted, they started him good. They started him good with how he was, coming out, righting the wrongs with authority. But the fact that they had the DX versus NWO 20 years too late with all these old geriatric men fighting in the ring, but now they're doing Sting right. They're letting him go out with a good streak because right now Sting's undefeated in AEW. Sting is become an icon again, and he's a big ticket seller. And I love Sting. I've always liked Sting. They got him and Darby Allin teaming up with CM Punk as well.
Yeah, how is Punk back there? Because it is nice seeing like these that you were like that. Because WWE has done a lot of people wrong, and we know that. Doesn't matter what fan you are, not a big fan. If you follow WWE, you know that they've done people wrong. And it's like, I know AEW, WCW were places where you could kind of make amends for that. Like, they're not going to lose big talent because of that. Like, CM Punk, I know, probably still has an attitude and is probably kind of messed up of that. But that's CM Punk. So
him and MJF have been having a big feud. So they've been back and forth with, real big comeback lines about CM Punk going on about him as a young kid on Rosie O'Donnell's show. And MJF is talking about him, how he used to be, the best and used to be the mouthpiece, when he was in WWE, but now he's lost it. He's more like PG Punk, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, I maybe need to get back into it's the problem of is honestly, I kind of miss cable and the fact of cable kind of made it easy to remember these kind of things. But
right. That's why I do like the internet. You're always able to go back and watch anything you want to watch.
Yes, you can. If your high ass remembers it.
Just set reminders on your phone. Check out something wrestling this week. Check out something.
I know I need to have it because I want to try that new Star shows. I keep seeing that Star shit popping up that there's that Brothers or Heels. It's called Heels.
Yeah. I have not watched that yet. I do want to check that out. It seems like it'd be a good show. It's wrestling based, so I'm ready. I want to check it out.
Okay, talk about wrestling based. Did you ever see that Netflix show, like the one about like the women in the 80s, like the Golden Girl ones?
Yes. Well, that was called. What was that called? I can't remember that, but yeah, I did watch it. It followed like the early days of like, Fabulous Moolah's girls and Mae Young's girls and, how women's wrestling evolved and how it started,
Some of that's just an interesting thing. It is there. So, yeah, I mean, it's over the holidays. I know there's stuff, like you said, it's Road to WrestleMania. We're going to have some interesting things coming up happening. I know there'll be some more people dropped, and I'm curious on how all of this COVID shifts are going to happen for everything, because who knows, things might start to move back, because like I said, and I sent to you all, they're already doing like virtual ones again where you can just rent the seats.
They're preparing just in case, and that's a good idea. You want to have a plan now that you've been through it before. You want to have a plan just in case you got to go back to it.
Yeah, because it's gonna probably start that way, sadly. But
With
go.
AEW, I want to tell you,
Yeah.
a AEW superstar that is really taken off in AEW is Taz's son Hook. He is phenomenal. If you watch this guy wrestle, he's very clean. I mean, all his moves are precise. I think he's got good things coming his way, and I hope, granted he's getting his start here in AEW. I hope that he moves on to other places to where he's not overshadowed by AEW or him being, because granted Taz is there, and he's introduced as Taz's son, and I hope Taz does manage him, but I hope that they see him for what he is. He is a good wrestler. He is a good athlete.
Yeah. I did like Taz back in the day.
And granted, Taz was great back in the day. The suplex machine. He was good. He had some great brawls, but his style and his son's style is so different. But he does try to incorporate some of his dad's maneuvers.
That's nice. That's cool one to possibly see then of it. So
that's one you need to look into. Watch his matches. He's good.
I need to catch up on AEW. That's gonna be. I've been writing out my 2020 goals. I'll make sure. Yeah, one wrestling a week. Let's make sure to do it more this time. Because I mean, if I'm gonna come on here and chat with y'all, I gotta do more than just reading some random articles. But
have you heard anything on Triple H's health?
No, what happened there? Is he dying?
He had a cardiac episode. Last I heard, he was having some heart troubles or something. So I'm waiting to hear more on that.
I thought he was blowing nuts and blowing chunks and.
No, something happened and he got escorted from the shows and the in an ambulance. And what happened? He started having heart troubles. And the doctors told him he needs to reduce his stress to where he doesn't have another cardiac episode. So I'm waiting to hear more of what happens with the future of Triple H.
Oh snap! Yeah. That would be he would be another hard one to lose when he stopped having people die. Stop death. So let's go on a lighthearted side of it. At least when I'm stoned, I think of some interesting wrestling ideas. Mine still. I want to hear
what you got. What's your ideas?
I want to hear what would be a pay-per-view of superheroes because I've been watching like the DC things. Doesn't matter. I don't care if it's DC or Marvel. What would be your superhero pay-per-view? You have 4 matches to fill and 1 pre-card.
All right, 4 matches to fill 1 pre-card. All right, do I have to stay limited to DC or Marvel, or can I just go within the whole universe of superheroes ever?
Yes.
Okay.
Super nerdy, go.
All right, let's see. How would I build my card? I would start out with like Loki. What's that?
What I'm saying is, so we're gonna go. You do a match, then I do a match. So we got more time to think.
Okay. I would like to see as like my pre-show. It'd be Loki versus Spider-Man in a cruiserweight style match.
I could see that. That actually, yeah, like
I think that works.
That good. There you go. There. Mine is kind of it would be kind of a cruiserweight battle as well. Mine would be for a cruiserweight title. Mine is gonna be a blend. Mine's gonna be Hawkeye versus Green Arrow.
All right, and then to start out from the pre-show, you got your first matchup. My first matchup would be, I'd start out big, go heavyweight style. It'd be the Hulk versus the Juggernaut.
I would love to see a Juggernaut. He's just coming out here with a fucking train between his legs. Oh no, everybody! Yeah, you know that's one. Mine then is you see you're cool. You're sticking one universe. I'm kind of doing mine's a Survivor Series pay-per-view. Mine's a Survivor Series. Mine's Marvel versus DC because now I want to bring out for this would be for a title, a big one. Iron Man versus Superman.
I would have to bring back Superman versus Batman and level out the playing field in a wrestling match and have them go at it and to see what happens again.
Oh, and you'd have to have it be Hell in the Cell, right?
Yes, gotta be. Or a pajama pit match. It don't matter to me.
Oh my!
Make it interesting.
I want to see a graveyard match. I remember that was still probably my most favorite match I remember as a kid was that fucking graveyard match with The Undertaker. They did it a couple times, I think.
Yeah.
Like put him in a coffin and had to bury him. And
if I was to have a graveyard match, it'd be Doctor Strange versus the Punisher.
Oh, okay. What would my graveyard be? Let's see. Ooh, I'll do some of the ones I just watched. Batman versus the Flash. Batman.
I think my if I was to ever integrate wrestler versus kind of superhero kind of thing universe, I would love to see in a rafters kind of match Sting versus the Crow.
Oh, I could. Yes, I've always wanted to see that one. The Crow. That would be cool. I do see of that. Man.
Now my main event will probably blow your mind.
Okay, what are you thinking?
Main event, world title, winner takes everything. You will have Thanos going against Goku.
Okay. I would I give you on that. That would be an epic title match of it. So my pre-title match is I want to go and trip some people out. Is I'm gonna have Batista versus
would it be would it be the Guardians of the Galaxy Batista?
No, I want wrestler versus Guardian of the Galaxy Batista.
Oh, that would be interesting.
I want to see one of those. Because they've done that matches like before where it's like you're my alter ego. And so
have you seen the new Spider-Man yet?
No, I need to. I want to. I just finally I'm bad at watching.
I haven't either. I heard it was good.
Yeah,
I heard it was good, and I need to watch it.
Yeah, I just saw. Oh, that goes into my next match. I just even watched it, but it was always my fight. Venom versus Carnage is even growing up. I don't know, those two, just like that battle between those two is always. Because I always love Venom, because Venom's not a bad guy, but he's not great. Well, he ain't a terrible dude. He's just he'll help you. He just might eat your head afterwards.
I did watch one of the newer Venom movies, and it was really good. It was where I think it was when they introduced Carnage. That was really good. It was fun to watch.
One yesterday, I loved it. I love that one, and just I love the Venom. Whoever plays that one is just great. Great talking through him of it. So
It's feed them chocolate or eat you.
or chicken, yeah. So that was kind of a quick little recap of it there. I mean, 2022 is going to be a good year for us here at Pop. You know, we're going to be giving you all things. We know we got more interviews coming up. We'll have probably some more fun stuff. We're going to be growing, aren't we? I know, Timmy, you're growing, and Landfill, you're growing some other things as well. So, and it's when one tree grows, the flowers around it grows as well. So,
Yes, I think we're really pulling together a good group of people and good group of other companies that really, to have each other's backs and support each other. And I believe that in itself is going to bring growth its way. And I'm looking forward to this year of the growth of the Powered Out podcast and see what levels and heights we can take it to.
That we can. And on that note, hasta la vista,